Today we are going to talk about the story that still haunts the streets of Old Jerusalem. A story hidden in whispers, passed from lips too afraid to speak it aloud. A man, so wealthy his robes shone brighter than gold. A man who laughed in the face of holiness. A man who mocked the Son of God. And what happened to him will make your skin crawl. This isn't just a warning. It's a wake-up call. Because what starts as comedy ends in tragedy. And tonight, you'll hear it all. Welcome to Matters in Rome. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for more shocking and powerful stories that will shake your soul. Let's dive deep into one of the most chilling stories ever whispered about the price of pride. His name was Eliezer, a man whose face was known in every corner of the city. His sandals alone cost more than a widow's house. He was a merchant, a landlord, and a collector of taxes. But above all, he was a man who believed that money answered everything, even God. He laughed louder than the poor cried. His feasts had more wine than the temple had offerings. Servants fanned him while the sick roasted in the sun. His words, sharp, mocking, proud. And then one day, Jesus walked past. It was in the city square. Crowds followed the Messiah like shadows following the sun. Some wept, some worshipped, but Eliezer, he scoffed. "This is the king you all bow to," he sneered, leaning from his marble carriage. "He rides donkeys, I ride stallions. He eats fish, I dine on lamb. He calls himself the Son of God, yet wears no crown. Even my beggars dress better than him." The crowd fell silent. Jesus turned. Their eyes locked. No words were exchanged. But something happened in that moment. Something no one could see, yet everyone felt. Have you ever felt the wind suddenly go still? That eerie pause before a thunderstorm? That's what it felt like when Jesus looked at Eliezer. Not anger, not even pity. Just silence, as if heaven itself held its breath. Eliezer laughed again. Silence. No answer. Just as I thought. A powerless prophet preaching dreams to the poor. Watch, he'll be begging me for coins next week. But those coins were the last ones he'd ever mock with. It started subtly, like a shadow creeping under a door. His ships, 4 grand vessels carrying silk and spices, were lost at sea in a single night. A fire broke out in his largest vineyard. Nothing was saved but the ashes. A rumor spread that his business was cursed. Customers vanished. Friends disappeared. His own servants began to resign. Even his camel fell sick and died. People whispered behind his back. "Did you hear? The one who mocked the Holy One is now begging the temple priests." Still, Eliezer remained stubborn. He would stand on the rooftop and shout, "It's just bad luck. It's not judgment. Jesus has nothing to do with this." But deep inside, fear was growing. He started dreaming nightmares of a man in white standing at the end of a hallway, just looking, saying nothing. The same silence, the same eyes, the same presence from that day in the square. He would wake up screaming, so loud, neighbors would knock at the door. And then came the final straw. His own house, his palace of marble and ivory, collapsed during a rainstorm. Not a drop of rain touched the neighbors' roofs. But his mansion flattened. And as the dust settled, Eliezer sat outside, trembling, covered in rags, clutching a cracked bowl. From a king among men to a beggar among flies. Now let me ask you, what's the price of mocking the divine? What happens when you laugh at light while swimming in darkness? This story, as told by the elders of old, isn't just about Eliezer. It's about every one of us who forgets that wealth is fleeting. That power on earth doesn't guarantee mercy in heaven. And that mocking what is holy is like spitting into the wind. It always comes back. They say that Eliezer disappeared one day. Some believe he wandered into the desert, looking for the man he once insulted. Others say he went mad, talking to shadows and crying into the wind. And a few claim they saw him kneeling by the roadside, whispering, "Forgive me. I didn't know." But Jesus had already been crucified. It was too late for, I'm sorry. Now, don't get it twisted. This story isn't to scare you into fear, it's to wake you up to respect. Because God is merciful, but He's also just. And when you mock what's sacred, you gamble with eternity. Let me paint this clearer. Imagine mocking fire, and then walking into a volcano. Imagine insulting the sea, and then trying to swim across the ocean. Imagine laughing at a lion, with meat in your hands. That's what it means to mock Jesus with pride in your heart. Eliezer's story should burn into your mind. A cautionary tale wrapped in gold, dipped in pride, and swallowed by silence. And here's what's even scarier. Many Eliezers still exist today. People who mock the church, the message, the Savior, thinking they're invincible behind their bank accounts, their fame, their titles. But what happens when the cameras stop rolling? When the followers disappear? When the silence returns, and the nightmares begin? If you're watching this right now, it's not too late. Learn from the fall of Eliezer. Don't let your pride write checks your soul can't cash. Don't wait until your house crumbles, your ships sink, and your name becomes a warning. God is not mocked. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you felt something move inside you while watching this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. And always remember, the scariest stories are the true ones.